Ow. God. Hi guys, it's freezing out, and I was just trying to post out that there's some crazy lady named Gypsy Woman 40, that if anybody wants to find out information about her, that'd be cool, because she sucks. Do, 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 do. Yo. Alright, once I get this set up, we're gonna get our asses to work. Why are we watching a girl on her phone? Because I'm about to go to work. First off, Roxanne. Crazy money fucking ass off. How's everybody doing? Hi, honey. Hi, James. Hi. It is 14 degrees out, which made it super easy to stay inside and make content today because I was not motivated to get outside until it was double digits. Woke up to it being 9 degrees Fahrenheit out, so that's fun. Waited until it was double digits. That's fun. And now I'm out. Oh, where's the temps where you guys are at? What are we going through? Rose in the Vermont garden of life. Man, one cold ass rose, that's for sure. My mallet out because it's 14 degrees and I'm going to be breaking up a lot of ice buckets. So doing good, staying warm. It was 9 degrees when I woke up with it feels like a 3. It is now 14 degrees out with it feels like a 14, which is not so bad actually. I say that right now, but the reason I say that is it at least feels like 14. Because the other day pissed me off that it said it was 28 degrees out, which I have to believe because the water buckets were hardly frozen, with it feels like a 5, which makes you feel like a pussy. That it's 28 degrees out and it fucking should have felt like 28, but it did not. It was 28, feels like 5. It hurt to have your fingers out of your gloves. Let's just say the South would swear a lot more if they had to deal with the cold. So, I do have really exciting news as I watch him walk across the paddock. I turned out Joey today. He got cleared from the vet. He's supposed to be hand walking. And in all honesty, that is the most that they do out there. It's not like any of them ever returned to work huffing and puffing. He did go out. He did toss his head, cantered a couple times, and threw out a few bucks. I'm sorry I missed it on camera. It was really cute to watch, though. It was on the other side. I'm here. So Joey is outside for the first time in 4 or 5 weeks. And my sister had a horse that got really sick. Well, he broke his foot. And he had to be on cell rest. And he had to be on trazodone, which is a Debbie Downer mood drug. So that way he would stop bucking and kicking and snorting and fucking carrying on in his stall. Yeah, Saturday, let's not look ahead, guys. Don't look ahead, just deal with what you got right now. It is going to be negative 20. You can tell it's cold because this bucket of water looks glassed over. So my sister's always had to be on trazodone. She asked me, how much trazodone is Joey on for this? I was like, none. She's like, how? And I was like, because he's a draft horse. He's not as stupid as light horses. So that's why I still turned him out. It's a nice day to walk around. Yeah, Logan, Gypsy's a pain in the ass. I mean, I don't really care. Haters make content too. Yeah, I do get a lot of angry people. It is what it is. I can handle it. As long as you're not scamming my friends. Don't scam my fans. That's my only thing I hate. I can handle a lot myself personally. You don't like it because I make money because I am a content creator, but you only post photos of your sadly dying beagle. It's not really my problem. How are the horses? The horses don't mind this cold, actually. Believe it or not, they're big guys. They're kind of built for it. It's not like Scotland's known for being it's where the breed originated. And it's not like Scotland's known for their tropical vacations. So the horses really don't mind the cold. As long as they've got hay in their belly, warm water, and mine personally like coming in out of it, but as long as they don't get wet, just don't soak your horse. You're all set. They're fine. However, I don't want to get wet today. I already did. Cleaned my jeans this morning for a video, but I don't want to get my pants soaked, which is why I have my skirt on today, which is either a huge hit or ghastly hated. I actually don't get to have chickens because I gotta keep my life simple. The horses are outside. I'll show them in a bit because I'm gonna have to obviously dump this very full cart. I'd love to be being honest. Oh my God. Today is a little chilly. Has anybody ever taught me? Taught me to do what? I mean, my mom taught me how to use a spoon, so teaching is kind of as the basics. Okay. Just this last little pile. Little house on the prairie. I'm in Vermont, where it is 14 degrees Celsius officially. I was waiting to start chores till the temp was in the double digits because it was 9 for the longest time this morning. So. Get you guys a peek sees of the horses while they're outside before I keep working down the line. Joey is officially out. Side, he's the guy in the middle by himself. Thank God he stopped harassing everyone. He's like, hey guys, I'm out. It is 11:30 in Vermont, thanks. Oh crap, I'm so behind. But it's okay. Best I can do is the best I can do, right? This is Joey's stall, and he is super, super excited to be out and about, I bet. He is a very hyper 4-year-old show gelding. Hyper as far as draft horses go. As far as light horses go, he's pretty chill. But I'm very excited to have kicked him out today. Does mean the barn will get extra cold without anybody in here, but there are 9 stalls for me to get through. Oh. I do think, see, I've gotten through 2 of them. Yeah, of course. Where does he get AI generated? I don't know what you mean. Who else is getting sick of AI? The fact that they're making fake birds owned by fake people to get likes blows my fucking mind. That was a new thing I was taught today, for this week, I guess, at some point. That there are whole accounts of fake women, fake everything about them. And yeah, that's terrifying. I think something that's going to be absolutely hilarious is if you follow me now in winter, or if this is how you meet me, man, you're going to be sure shell-shocked when you see summer come. I am wearing what is called a riding skirt. It is a waterproof, windproof too, honestly. Wrap around. So this morning I was doing what's called a lavage on the mares, which is where I pour in essentially salt, water, and lavage material and flush a mare. And I'm gonna leave them alone from here on out, hopefully. Fake vehicles wreck, yeah. What do you get to warm up? Honestly, this will be pretty heated. Yeah, there's a lot of fake AI shit. And I feel bad also because there's a lot of fake accounts you can follow from here. Like, look, I might not be, you know, the sexiest right now, but at least I'm fucking real. I have a real account and I really respond. I did show off the horses for a little bit. I don't have the time to keep ripping back and forth to them. I got videos of them if you look them up. It is 9 Clydesdales here. Soon to be 2 more, so be sure to give a follow about that. Possibly even a 3rd more. I'm in discussions with having someone send their mare here. They get it pregnant with their own stallion. I give them the colt, they do the mare. But I'm not in a real rush to grab more horses right now. Just given the state of it being winter. Thank you, Travis. Thank you for all your love. AI. Don't get me started on how many fake subs I have here. I don't even want to know how many fake accounts or busted accounts or whatever. It's really satisfying to watch it all break off the sides. Sorry, you guys didn't even know what I was doing, beating things. I use them mostly for showing. I do not own anything I would consider a carriage. I don't really care to get into that industry. It's not my cup of tea. It is cold today, 14 degrees out, probably warming up. The sun's really nice. Gotta stay positive. Don't feel great from handling that wet ice, but yesterday, holy shit, it felt like that and getting worse with every single one. With every single second that I had my hands out of gloves, felt like I was soaking them in ice water. It was so brutal. And the funny part was it feels like it was that. I am in Vermont. Three stalls down, few to go, 6 to go. 2/3 of the way, here we go, hip hip hooray, right? I don't even know who's, Finley was in the stall. No, Ellie was in the stall last night, which makes a little more sense because they shit in their water bucket and Ellie's got a little height perimeter on Finley for getting that done. least have these big wheelbarrows. I used to clean them with this little one-wheeler, and that used to take forever. Thank you. Yes, the horses are gorgeous. I'm very happy with my horses. They don't look great right now. Only because they're super, super fuzzy. But they're super, super dirty. There's not much I can do right now. It is what it is. Hey Megan, eat it. What is Deb even saying? God, is it too cold to wash them? Hell yeah. Ew. There you go. There we go. Looking good. Looking cold. That's for sure. Negative 40 in Michigan. It is going to be negative 20 for us, but I'm not trying to win some sort of cold competition. It just is cold, so I don't really care if it's going to be colder where you are. That sucks. I hope it gets warmer where you are in the summer. I don't know what to tell you. That sucks. Personally, wouldn't live where negative 40 ever happens, but that's just me. I am very focused. I really need to have gotten more chores than I have done, but I was busy doing mare stuff, trying to breed. So I wonder what this is. Can I cut out this? Pardon me. Excuse me. Thank you. All right. Get it? It's a joke. Summer here, just saying. What are you, Southern Hemisphere. That's the word I'm looking for. Luckies. This would be Finley's stall. It's Summer, just saying. Keep up the good work. I'm trying. Thanks, guys, for all the encouragement. I am running behind, which I hear might have something to do with why I constantly am tired, is that if I'm feeling like I am in panic mode, that I may be causing some of these issues. Not supposed to be triggered by much. Good luck. Am I right? So I'm up in Vermont. For those who are new to hear it here, I'm up in Vermont. It's 14 degrees out, which I'm not saying is the coldest it gets. However, it is kind of the coldest your phone can handle, by the way. Sometimes your phone ends up being like, nope, away from your body, cannot hold it up. So, you know what I'm doing. I'm fucking so behind. So weird. You really should be able to. Okay. Good work. maybe think about what you want to want for somebody before you do this. That still didn't take very long at all, at least. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have bred Ellie because I don't think she was anywhere close. The problem is, yeah, they act like they're in heat when they have an infection, which is super fucked up. But then, Julie saying that she has a demon. She didn't have a demon. She had an infection. Okay, yep, I'm done. Getting it wrong by myself is one thing, but getting it wrong with her. Especially this, it's so good for me. It's like, you know, I'm doing something about science experiments on my own horses. You can do that and see how you are. Like kind of exactly what Mary did not allow. Okay, let's kick this out, and then I'm gonna go into the other berm when I come back. Shoveling shit faster than I've ever been able to, right? No habla español. 5 years of Spanish. Still can't say shit. You're so cute. Okay, let's go get the other one. Be fun working with me. Yeah, rushing through stealth. Until you're out of breath. Here we go. Here we go. Here I go. Be right back. la. Sort of broken apart little turds that make it so it's really not worth me like trying to break it all apart. So, what's up, Steve? Somebody's making a remark how it's like a giant cat box. Similar. Only applies to a stallion. He is a giant pussy sometimes, but I bred 2 mares yesterday, realizing now one of them I'm more confident on. I do believe she's going to be coming out of heat, or is out of heat now. She seemed to have cycled normal, except for taking a little bit longer than what would be considered normal. Actually, watching her walk up right now. I think I got that one right. The other, I'm not so concerned, or I'm not so sure of, which is ironic because I'm getting mixed signals. The vet I had involved was like, oh, this one's definitely the more ready along one, and now I'm realizing that what she was looking at and calling edema is probably actually an infection. It's astonishing, but when horses have an infection going on, they portray it as heat, which is really kind of disgusting if you think about it, especially but not limited to the fact that the semen would actually feed that infection, making it way worse. So, I felt bad about that. There we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yes, I got the Outback Trading Company. This is actually their sweatshirt too. Love this company. I put a lot of their stuff on my Amazon wish list, and I was very lucky that a lot of my fans purchased something. Kept me warm all winter. Still got a lot of winter left to keep me warm for. Not gonna get most of his water inside. He's got to do water outside. Moving on. We got more to do. 4 more, 3 more. And I do not have the time. So, it's lovely 14 degrees out. I do think some of the barns, areas of the barn and some of the barns end up feeling way colder than others, but the only problem between like a clean stall and a dirty stall doesn't take me much less time to clean because I still go through every section of it. So that doesn't really oftentimes help. What's up, Nugget? She's healthy. Thanks. Kind of sounds more of an insult than a compliment, but still going to take it as a compliment. What's up, Logan? I am like sweating my ass off deep down because I'm trying to get through these. Skillets. We got 2 more stalls to go. What's up, my mind? What's up, big guy? Just need this one to fit. And then I'm going to be down to 1 stall. Not very convenient not having the hay done, but stalls cleaned is the best I can fit in some days. For those who don't know, because I have a real job, I did make a day in the life of my ass. And what I do, pretty sure I put it together that one of my mares now needs to be on Reginate. That's what I'm brewing about. I chose a very unhealthy addiction of breeding mares, and it is not an easy thing to do. I did get extremely lucky 3 times in a row. Had the mare, had the stallion, kept things clean, organized, done. Haven't had that fucking luck since. That would be, to say the least. since I know I'm gonna have a second one right after this, I'm actually gonna dump this one. The horses are outside during this. Which I haven't seen Tilly actually looking interested, so I'm kind of excited about that. Look. Look out. Whew, how long did that take me? It's 14 degrees in Vermont. Okay, so the question is when I harness a horse, why is the crupper snug under their tail? It's the same reason my thumb is snug up my ass. I don't want it to tickle my butthole. That's gotta tickle. You have that like draped loosely, that's not gonna feel good. You gotta have it tucked up where it's supposed to be. If my horse isn't anatomically correct, first off, anatomically correct means it has a swoop in it to go underneath the tail, not to be anatomically rubbing their butthole. Second of all, the other ones are leather, so they are grooved, they touch smoother. The other is that's connected to your chest, keep your heads up. But first and foremost, don't let it tickle their butthole. Do you crupper things or not? I have no idea if Dream Day is still here. Yeah. So the crupper that goes under their tail and gets buckled is very similar to your underwear. You don't want that shit bunching up. You want it to lie where it's supposed to. Like how fucking uncomfortable would that be with every step in your harness just rubbing in your tuchus? Rubbing your touch hole. You gotta have that a little more organized. I will say any video of me dealing with a crupper now, like in the winter, looks rather miserable because that leather, biotin, bio leather is miserable to work with. So 18 feels like 4. It's pretty nice here, actually. I think it's because I'm sweating my ass off trying to wrap up these chores, but I'll take this over whatever the fuck we had last night. That hurt. I do believe the South will swear a lot more if it got as cold down there as it does up here. Because Chilly Willy and oh heavens is not going to cover what 5 degrees feels like. So, thanks, Maddie. Milked a cow, I have, but it's not my thing. I'm a horse girl. Milked a horse before. When foals are born, it's critical to save the colostrum. Fellow vets and people will cheer you on for it. And God forbid if somebody else has a problem trying to get their mare to either let down milk or to nurse, you can help save a life if you milk out and save some of that colostrum. I think I still have some, but I'm not 100% sure. This last foal was the only foal I've had to ever bottle feed. I actually found it quite annoying, although it was good advice. She did not understand the circumstances. Foal was born. Everything was pretty textbook. It was good to go, except for I hadn't drank yet. And I hadn't drank, and I hadn't drank, and I hadn't drank. I milked a mare, because I always do for some colostrum. And then I decided it was time to give her a bottle. That is not... Now, the reason I decided to give her a bottle was because the foal started laying down. And the foal was just like, I'm done. I don't need to drink. This was a really fun experience. She just sort of was tapping out about life, honestly. The foal was like, it was fun while I was here. What a great joy. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna peace out of this life. And sent that was probably about 8 o'clock. So I had waited quite a while to message the vet because it was my sixth foal on the farm. And I knew what I was doing for the most part. And when I had sent her a video, I told her, hey, oh, nice performance and training. Congratulations. I could see your point, except for the fact that I actually am not for high hay nets. The reason, got a reason, everyone should, is that I have a lot of foals in young stock, and I don't want them like this eating out of their hay nets, which will set their jaw back. Now you, performance training, you probably don't have many horses in your barn that don't have shoes on. So you guys would prefer to not have something that they can get entangled in. Never had it happen in my stalls for the 5 years, 6 years that these have been running there. I understand your fear. I've seen it happen outside. I would rather risk that one chance than how much fucking hay I waste. It's all about understanding the risks and rewards. However, that's the difference between a light horse and almost all of yours. Yeah, so I'm going March through October, or April through October. Also, draft horses don't tend to be big clawing bastards like your light horses. And yeah, I don't know if you know that you can actually screw up a baby with that jawline. But if you fuck a horse up the leg, I understand the risks. Don't think for a second I don't get scared. I had the same thing out in the paddock. And it's sketchy. It's better off to do it like that. I can't even tell you the draft horses and how much hay I feed. Woo! Performance training, what do you have for horses? Probably quarter horses. Is it quarter horses? It's probably quarter horses. Waiting. Oh, we're gone. What time do I start in the morning? Not early enough. You can watch a whole how I got it done video. It's on my YouTube. It's kind of boring. Here's my big guy. Big breath. Got one. Sadly not getting to the hay, so I'll have to do that later. But at least the stalls will be clean. They drink so little amounts of water when it's this cold out. I have a mixture of river tubs and plastic ones. I don't like the rubber ones in the summer. I feel like it's impossible to get them clean. However, in the winter, you gotta be a little more gentle on these plastic ones. Yeah, hustle, got bite. Where's the horse poop go? Out back door. My neighbors take it for compost to make compost soil. Funny story about that is I was at my older sister's hoity-toity's kiddo's baby birthday thing. And while I'm there discussing some growing of some special plant with special powers. And this guy was bragging about how great his plants do, and I was like, that's cool. I got pretty good success growing and composted my horse poo. He's like, oh, well, I only buy the best composted soil from blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out blah, blah, blah is the guy who buys my manure. I laughed so flipping hard. Mr. Know-It-All really thought he knew how to grow the best marijuana, and the entire time he's growing it, my horses don't. So definitely not as great as horse or as cow, but obviously the farmers around here use their own, grow the corn, etc. So it's a good second runner-up, especially since nothing else poops this much. Am I right? Horses don't release much methane though. God. Hey-yo! Okay, my God. Almost done. The exact time I need to start heading out. Okay, so the only real reason I got it done was because I didn't get it done. I need to fill up hay later. But stalls are cleaned, hay nets are down, buckets are emptied. I will be back on when I'm back on. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for following along. Sweat my ass off, that's for sure.